What's up, guys? It's Bruce Banks here. How y'all going? And boys, okay, I'm done. I haven't seen. Well, this is going to be a review on the Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Hopefully everything's working. But yeah, I saw the movie about a couple days ago now, maybe 2-3 days ago now. I was going to do a review straight after, but I was like, I'm feeling sick, and I'm still feeling sick. You might hear it in my throat. My nose is stuffed. My throat's stuffed. I was literally just streaming just then on my channel, but my internet's buggered, so I just stopped the stream. Now I'm going to start recording the video now. I don't know when I'll go back to streaming, we'll see. But yeah, my internet's buggered, so I'm going to try and get this video out. So yeah, Last Jedi. Oh my god, I've got... I don't know what to talk about, honestly. Well, obviously, before I go into it, if you guys haven't seen the movie already, just click off the video now. I'm going to be talking about major spoilers in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So yeah, if you don't get it spoiled or... just get out of here. Yeah. Just jump off to the bed, mate. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be talking about the heaps of spoilers, everything in The Last Jedi, all major plot points that I can think of it in my head. But yeah, guys, you've been warned. I'm in, coming for ya. Yes, okay. Right. First thing I'm going to say off, this is my opinion only. I've seen many reviews. I've asked a lot of my mates. Everyone has a lot of different opinions on this movie. This has probably been the most mixed Star Wars movie probably ever, and I didn't watch it at launch. I didn't watch it at launch midnight. I saw it launch day at 6 PM. So there's, if you guys want to know. But yeah, I've asked my mates. I've seen a lot of reviews. There's a lot of mixed on this. My feelings. Okay, when I was watching the film, right, I was like, okay, cool. I was all hyped up and everything. First act, I just didn't enjoy it. Like as soon as like the scene where General Hux is on the comms with bloody Poe, and there's just jokes back to back, I was like, okay, it's gonna be like The Force Awakens, and I was like, okay, that's just what do you expect with Disney nowadays. And I was like, kept watching it, and then they just kept hitting out jokes throughout the film. I was just like, I don't mind jokes, but they overused them in my opinion, and they were just overused. Some of them didn't land all the time. In certain scenes where it's like, oh wow, like something like is meant to happen, something like crazy, something hardcore or whatever, it just ruins it with like some stupid comedy or whatever. This is just my opinion, guys, but like just comedy in Star Wars, I know it's been there in all the films, but ever since Disney took over, it feels like they're putting it in your face. Like Last Jedi, Force Awakens, they just want to force the comedy like right there. In the other films it was comedy, it was nowhere near as much as this, and it wasn't like forced. It just like, I don't know, it just happened. When the comedy was happening, I was like, up to the scene where Rey gives Luke the lightsaber, and he stares at it, and it's like a serious moment and everything. The first time he gets a lightsaber since Bespin Episode 5, he just chucks it away. As soon as that happened, I turned to my mate. Me and him, both of us said that it's gone too far. Like, that was a serious moment, and he just chucked it. Like, for me, it's just too much. And especially saying that this is going to be like the darkest Star Wars movie yet, and yet it's got more jokes than any other Star Wars movie. Like, what? And plus, after all the comedy, this movie is sloppy AF. It's all over the place. Like, it's just cut and see. Like, it's just, for one, the new lady, I forget her name, Leia's friend, the purple with the woman with the purple pink hair from Jurassic Park, she shows up commanding the Resistance now, and she's like, because Leia is out of the... Oh, speaking about Leia, when she blew up, I was like, bruh, they're literally just gonna kill her like that. But then I thought about it, I've seen the trailer, she's not, like, she's in other scenes, so I was like, the trailer kind of stuffed it up there, so I was like, she can't be dead. And then she just, oh, you see her hand move and everything. I've heard pretty much everyone didn't like that scene. Probably there's like a fair few, but most of the people did not like that scene. Like, it felt like, I've heard a lot of people say Mary Poppins her, Superman. It didn't feel right, to be honest. That's my opinion on that entire scene. And plus with Admiral Akbar, they just kill him off out of nowhere. I didn't even realize Admiral Akbar died until I think it was someone else said it in the film, was like, Admiral Akbar is dead or something, and I was like, did I hear that right? Like, he died that quick. I didn't even notice till they actually like said he died in the film. And then I've only seen the film once. I don't know if I'll definitely watch the film again. I'll probably change my opinion further on as the years go by, as much as I watch it, but this is like, not really first impressions, just the first time me watching it a couple of days ago. It's not fully fresh in my brain, but my opinion is still stands. But yeah, they kind of killed Admiral Akbar kind of off screen or whatever, like, they didn't really care, they just killed him, just like that. And I'm probably going to be jumping all over the scenes from this movie, because I can't really order them in scene back to back, but same with the, with the, as I was talking about with the pink lady hair, or the woman with the pink hair, she took command, because Leia was out of the thing, like knocked out or whatever, and she was like, no one knew what she was gonna do, like, she was like taking control of the ship, and no one understood what she was gonna do, what's her plan. And then Poe, well, her whole arc with Poe being like a hothead and asking questions like, what are they gonna do? And then what they happened to do, Poe had told Finn and Rose, the new character in the film, to go ahead and just go out and just like find a splice or a cracker, so that's for a new plan, and they had to go to a new place called, some casino place called, something BIGHT, I can't remember, I'll put it up on the screen, I can't remember the full name, but that whole casino part is the worst part of the film. It didn't feel right, it didn't feel really like Star Wars, it felt like Earth, as many people have said. It just, I don't know, that whole part of the film just didn't, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it needed to be there, and plus it could have all been avoided, that whole casino part, finding the splicer, which is DJ, the character's name. They could have avoided all of that if just the lady with the pink hair, I forget her name, I'll put it on the screen as well, if she just told Poe and the rest of the crew what her plan was to just get to Crate and drop everyone there, it would have been all avoided, because they got Finn and Rose got captured anyway. It was just no point, they just wanted to, I guess, set up an arc between Rose and Finn, like a love thing, but it just didn't feel right either. It felt forced. It didn't even feel like Finn was really into it either. Like, skipping right to the end of the film, where Finn looked like he was gonna die and save everyone, sacrificing himself, Rose just comes out of nowhere and just saves him. Like, why? She's known him for under 24 hours and she's obsessively loved with her. Like, that's just sloppy writing in my opinion. Right now, I'm probably coming off with like a massive rant. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate, a lot of dislikes, but this is my opinion. It wasn't really hyped up either. Like, I guess I was hyped up for the whole time, but when we actually got to the cinema, I was like, meh. And then when we watched the film, I was like, I wasn't really hyped before watching the film, so you can't really say hype. I was overhyped, because I really wasn't. I was just like, I just got to the cinema with my mates, and I was like, oh, okay, we're just watching, just out of nowhere, watching episode 8. So, and then after the end of the movie, I was like, what was that? Honestly, I will get to the positives eventually, but right now I want to talk about some of the negatives. At the end of the film, I'll probably do a ranking of all the Star Wars films. Yet, I've only seen this film once, to be honest, guys. Maybe my opinion will definitely change when I see it more and more and more, but this is my impressions of, like, watching it once. But yeah, guys, let's talk about Snoke. What was that? Talk about waste of potential characterization. Like, I get what they did, like, oh, it's like, no one saw it coming, everyone, all these Snoke theories, everyone was talking about, including me, like, theorizing who he's gonna be. They literally just slapped all the hardcore fans in the face, just straight up killed him off, no backstory, no nothing, we hardly know anything about him, we only know he's really old, he's super powerful, he's not a Sith, he's got a ring with a black or dark kyber crystal, gold robe, could be cool if he had a gold lightsaber or something. Like, he had so much potential, but now they just killed him off. And when that happened in the movie, guys, when I was in the cinema, when he got cut in half, like, the theory of him being Darth Plagueis, how he can revive and like do all that sort of stuff, I was just hoping for him to revive himself or something, but he just, as soon as they zoomed up on his face with his tongue out and dead, I was like, just why? Like, you can tell from J.J. Abrams, the guy that directed Episode 7, and now Rian Johnson directing Episode 8, you can tell everything that was set up in Episode 7 was basically just thrown out the window. Rian Johnson did. He literally just couldn't give a shit. You can tell they're different. They both had different, like lines of where the story should go. I really don't agree with the story of Episode 8, in my opinion. That's the problem, have different people with making the story. Like, J.J. Abrams wanted to do one thing, Rian Johnson did the other thing. Now, rip episode 9 with JJ, like, he's gonna be like, what have you done to me, mate? You've just stuffed it all up. But I'm probably gonna get mad hate on this video, but yeah. I mean, the way he died was pretty cool. How Kylo was, like, forcing the lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber, to just cut through him, or Luke's, or whatever. I reckon the death was pretty cool, but, like, we knew nothing about him. At least give us some backstory or something. Man, we've been recording for, like, a while now. I don't think this will be long, but I'm going on a massive rant. But yeah, Snoke just dies like that. Oh, the thing that triggers me most, like the scene after that, Kylo is talking to Rey about her parents, and guess who it is? Bloody no one! Another slap in the face to the hardcore fans of Star Wars, all the people that made videos. Who could she be? Who could she be? Mate, Disney, what are you doing? All the hardcore fans that want story, in-depth story with these characters, and they literally just, nah, Rian Johnson, just, nah, we'll just give him shock value, and over time people are going to be like, that's not worth it. Like, they just did it for, like, just for the shock. Like, honestly, you could have, when you think, I thought Snoke dying, like, suddenly was bad, then they were like, nah, Rey's family is a bunch of drunken people that sold her away. Just no one. She's literally no one. I see what they're going with, like, anyone can use the Force and everything, like, even at the end of the film with the kid, like, forcing the broom, like, that's just some random kid, that for all we know. So I don't get what they're trying to do, like, anyone can use the Force, but, like, she's overpowered as hell. Give us some explanation. She doesn't even have a last name, we don't know. It just triggered me to hell, man, like, what a big rant this is. What else? Phasma. They just, mate, they said that she was gonna have more of a big deal in this film. Nah, mate, is she? I don't even know if she's in this movie longer or shorter. I got no idea. She had like a little fight with Finn. She got shot in the chest, so her armor's bulletproof, which is pretty cool, or laser proof. I think she bested Finn, but then she got distracted, and then Finn pushed her off or whacked her in the head, and you can see her eye. And then she fell in a ball, like just flame, and then so I guess she died, but I don't know if she did die, because she got stuck in the trash compactor episode 7, and then she just appears. I think it's explained in the comics, but, like, we all know the movies are the best thing out of Star Wars, and then she just appears in episode 8, and then she just dies the next second, or falls. We didn't see her properly die, and her armor's really strong, so she just fell in a ball of fire. So, she's probably alive, I'm not too sure, but still, they stuffed those, just rip her. She's the new Boba Fett, but it's even worse because the thing with Boba Fett, no one really cared about Boba Fett till a lot of years after, so he didn't get hype at the start. He got, like, people really liked Boba Fett after the films were done. The thing with Phasma, people were hyping her up before she was even in, like, a thing. Like, they were putting her in so much of the bloody advertisements and everything. They were hyping her up as to be a big thing. They said she was going to have a bigger role. Nah, mate, she just got Boba Fetted just like that, but it's worse because she got hyped up. Boba Fett got hyped up after the movies. Which that happened. What else? CANTO BIGHT, that's the place it's called. I remember now. That's the casino. Just get that crap out of there. That should have been cut. Should have been avoided. It could have been easily avoided if she just told, if the person with the purple hair just told the crew what their plan was. And Luke, I haven't even got on to Luke yet. Before the film came out, Mark Hamill said he wasn't impressed with what they did with Luke. So that explains a lot. He basically, how they made Kylo Ren, I'm still kind of sick. As they made Kylo Ren, he basically went into his hut, he sensed him to be bad or whatever, and then he was gonna kill him, but then he thought about it, but then he was like, oh crap, he saw me, this is awkward, and then that happened. So in a way, that's how Kylo Ren got, it's just like, why? Like, what else? What else? The ending of the film, with Luke, like, I know a lot of people pissed how they killed Luke off, like, honestly, in my opinion, I don't know what to think. Like, after Snoke and the Rey's family and Phasma, I was like, there's too much happening, and then when Luke died, I was just sitting there, just like, I don't know what to think anymore, honestly. Probably coming off like a whiny bitch right now, but Star Wars is like my favorite thing in the world, and Rian Johnson's direction of the story is just whoop. Even not just the story, the bloody, like, the film, like the way he did it, like when they were shooting down, when the First Order in space was shooting at the ship, they were just using one cannon. Why not shoot all the cannons? But if the other cannons can't fire at it, they're out of range, send in the fighters and blow it up. And plus, with the, I do say, with the scene with the purple lady sacrificing herself with the light speed, destroying the entire First Order fleet, that was pretty sick. How the audio cut out and everything, that was really cool. But like, that brings up another issue for future films or even back films. It's like the Death Star problem. Like, why don't they do that more often then? Like why don't they, every time when they get in a battle, why don't you just send one ship into light speed and just cut through all the enemies? They could have done with the Death Star. Just send one ship light speed through the Death Star. See, they've got that problem to deal with now. Don't get me wrong, that was awesome. It sounded sick. It was very, like, it's very new, but like it creates another problem. Like, it's like all over the place. And then the cutting. When something gets interesting, they just cut off to the bloody casino. No. Oh. And where were the Knights of Ren? They weren't I'm pretty sure they weren't the Snoke's bodyguards, the Red Guard people, the Praetorian Guards or something. I don't know how you call it. I'm pretty sure they're Sentinels, like the Emperor from Battlefront 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure on that. But I'm pretty sure they weren't even the Knights of Ren. So the Knights of Ren are still, like, up in the air. I don't know. They're probably going to be in Episode 9, maybe. I'm not too sure. But yeah, guys. They're all my negatives that I can think of right now. Well, obviously, the positives, I guess, it was very, very different to the other Star Wars movies. It took a lot of risks. Most of them, a lot of people hated, to be honest, but it's very different, which is, I can give him that. Rian Johnson, he did something very different to what the other films are, very unexpected. It looked very, very good, but it's pretty much expected at this point. Like all Star Wars films nowadays, the past three, they looked really good. Yoda showing up, that was pretty awesome. I think I kind of already knew he was, like, speculating he was already coming in, because when they had the Star Wars Last Jedi premiere, he was just there, like the voice actor and the puppeteer, he was already there, and I'm like, why are you just randomly there? And then I'm like, oh, he's probably in the Last Jedi maybe, and he was, which is pretty cool. But when I did first see him, I even looked at my other mate, and I was like, he looks a bit weird. And he said he was weird as well. I think they did a mix of CGI and puppeteering, I don't know, I'm not too sure on that, but it did look a bit weird at first, but I think it got better. But still, seeing Yoda since episode 5, pretty awesome. That was a really good moment. That was probably the most hyped up moment I was in the movie. I screamed and everything, but that was pretty sick. But yeah, guys, my mum is ringing me. I'll be back in a second. RIP. I'm back. I just had to call my mum. But yeah, guys, what I was talking about Yoda. That was pretty sick. I love how he kind of trolled Luke with how he was going to destroy the old Jedi tree or something, the Jedi tree, I think. I don't know what the actual name for it is, but with the books inside it. But you see it off screen, Rey took the books and it's on the Millennium Falcon, because at the end of the film, you see when Rose is like knocked out, you see Finn open up a drawer to get a bloody sheet for Rose, but you see the books just spread out. So Rey took the books, and Luke doesn't know about that, but Yoda does, and then he uses the lightning bolt to destroy it and to troll him. Because he thinks, Luke thinks the books are destroyed, but Yoda knows they're not, because it's for Rey. But yeah, at the end of the, what other positives are there? I'm trying to hard to think about them, honestly. I'm probably missing a couple of positives I can't really think about right now. I'm kind of just on the rant side of things for this film. But yeah, with Luke as well, with when he was walking out, about to face Kylo at the end, we had the short hair and like the blue lightsaber, and his footprints didn't match up with the red stuff on the planet, on Crate. I didn't actually notice any of that. Well, I noticed the short hair, and I just thought, oh, he probably just like got a trim before he came for some reason, just to look nice for Leia or everything. And then when he had the lightsaber, the blue one, I was like, did he have a spare one or something? I didn't think he would be like a fake projection or something. I thought he just had like another one in the back or something, which would be kind of stupid though. I wish he kind of came out with the green lightsaber, because you didn't really see much of the green lightsaber. But you do see, the only time you see the lightsabers clash in this film is when the flashback with Kylo and Luke, when they're about to hit each other. That's the only time they clash. Also, another positive, when that scene where Snoke dies, where Kylo and Rey team up, which I hate, which, I didn't want Kylo to go good because he killed his dad, for God's sake, and you just can't come back from killing Han Solo. And I was like, what? This looks awesome and everything, but why is Kylo good? But then they did a double turn and he went bad again, which I enjoyed that a lot. That's really good. Because if he went proper good, I would have hated that. That would have been terrible. The Porgs, the memes, the bloody Porgs. I don't mind them. I don't like them. I don't hate them. They're just... At least they're not in the film for very long. In the scenes they are, I guess it's pretty good. They're pretty funny. But they're not in the film nowhere near as much as Jar Jar in the Ewoks. So they did their purpose to sell toys. We all know that, to be honest. But they didn't really stay. They were pretty good. They had some fun banter with Chewie. Chewie's such a good character. The scene where Luke and R2, they first meet each other again in the Millennium Falcon since the Jedi Temple burning down. That was really very good scene, very emotional. I love that scene very much, especially when R2 projected the scene from Episode 4 with Leia and R2. And you know what, the thing about that, I was like, bruh, when they showed that, and my friend to my left, he was like, what's that? I was like, are you retarded? And he didn't remember. I was like, how can you remember like one of the most iconic moments with R2 showing the Leia message about Obi-Wan to Luke? He didn't even recognize that. I was like, are you the friend to my left was just out of it, I've got to say. My friend to the right, he was really into it. He enjoyed the film more than me, in my opinion. But I'll be honest, I'm like more into Star Wars. I think for this film, I think the general audience will love this film. The super hardcore fans, most of them, some of them will like it, I guess. Most of them, they're gonna hate the direction of this film. This is also the longest Star Wars film they've ever made, which I don't mind. I get the casino part pretty dragged on. Like, I don't think anyone liked that casino part. Before watching the film, I kind of knew, because in Episode 7, the bad part was when Han Solo first gets introduced with Chewie, when they have that little scene where they gotta run away from the bloody RATHTARS or something, I forget, those bloody squid-like things that are chasing them around the ship. That part was the bad part of Episode 7. Rogue One was when the pilot was getting, like, mind, like, mind. He was reading his mind, that squid thing, that Bob, I don't know, that, near the start of Rogue One, that squid thing was reading his mind, the pilot. That was the bad part of that, and I was like, what could the bad part in Episode 8 be? And before watching the film, I already heard there was going to be, like, a casino in it, and I was like, a casino in Star Wars? I was like, that's probably the bad part in Episode 8, and I was right, to be honest with you. It was bad. It was pretty bad. But yeah, there's, in my opinion, there's definitely more negatives than positives. It's not, okay, if I gave it out of 10, it'd be a 7. Just straight up, it'd be a 7. It's still better than, like, it's pretty good, but, like, because it's Star Wars and everything, but, like, the highs are really high, and the lows are, like, pretty damn low. The things I just hated, man. I'm probably missing a lot in this review, because this is, I'm not rating off anything. This is after, like, 3 days of watching the film. They're just coming into my mind now. But yeah, I'm going to show you my list of the Star Wars movies in order in my ranking. They're going to be, like, right there. No, not there. There, boom, and then boom. There's my ranking of Star Wars. It's my opinion. It's probably very subjective. It's probably out of nowhere. You probably wouldn't expect number 1 to be that film, but hey, that's my opinion. Okay, it's my opinion. Number 1, up there. That's my opinion. But yeah, so we've been recording for a while now. I didn't think this review would be this long at all, honestly. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the film. 7 out of 10. I don't do film reviews on this channel. This is the first review I've ever done in my life. Like a proper one. Well, not, I wouldn't say this is a proper review. A review on the channel. I don't think I'm going to do film reviews at all. Or if I do, they'd be like Star Wars or something very important to me. A game or anything. A movie. But, yeah, this is just my thoughts. A 7 out of 10. My ranking will be there. And it probably will surprise you. It's just my opinion. This is probably going to piss a lot of people off. But yeah, the film, I didn't really have hype, so you can't really say the hype. I was overhyped because I just wasn't. I was hyped for like months ago, but it just popped out. I was like, oh, okay, cool, Star Wars. Because on the day, I was just like, it was really hot here, and the heat, it was like 40 degrees. The heat like killed me, man. And I was just sitting there. I was like, Episode 8. I was sitting in the chair. I was like, bruh, it's actually happening. But I wasn't like, I was really into it, but I wasn't really hyped. If you understand that. Episode 7, I was really hyped for that, and I think Episode 7 is better than 8 right now, unless my rankings change on there. If I have a really good think about it. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you haven't already. It'll get the video out there. And if you're new around here and enjoyed the rant, I usually do streams. But if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe, that'd be a bonus. But yeah, this is just my opinion. No need for the hate, but if you do, whatever. I don't, whatever then. That's just, I wanted to share my opinion on the film. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next chapter. Ha! Yeah!